Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Etiefoɔ, mema mo nyinaa kɔ aba, mekyia mo nyinaa nso. Obi biara, everybody, my brothers and my sisters, those who are watching from wherever you are, please share the video. Today, I just have a few things to go through. I have a couple of people calling me for different and many questions. The same questions we've been talking about just this afternoon. Everything we've been showing you guys, everything we've been talking about. Um, I don't know, for some people, they're not listening to it. We have a couple of people making the same mistakes. For example, if you have a, um, I would say, student admission and you don't have the means to show proper account, we have all sorts of things going on in Ghana or Africa, whichever you may be, whichever place you may be. People are desperate, and please do not be desperate because people are being denied, not just being denied, because if the immigration finds out that, in fact, you're using fake bank account, you're banned. So let's move in. Today, I just want to talk about what are some of the visas you can come to Canada with that gives you access to transfer or change your visa to eventually becoming a Canadian. What are some of the visas? Guys, a lot of things are going on and it's okay to travel, leave the place you're not. Some of you well educated with a lot of experience and knowledge on a certain things, but yet there are no jobs for you. So it's okay to come. It's okay to come and look for another opportunity somewhere. You can go anywhere. In fact, you can go anywhere on this planet. Okay, the unfortunate thing is where you want to go, the place you want to visit so badly, there are other people who occupied those places before you even thought, and your parents were not part of it. So these people have put some rules, that actually streams you before you get there. They got there first, they established their laws, so unfortunately you have to abide by those laws. Some people are asking this question, simple question, Madam, oh, my sister, we don't have degrees. We have no college, background. We don't have the certification. We just want to come for farm job. You see, there are categories of visas that you can come with, and depending on what you're coming there with. Are you coming to work? If you're coming to work, then you want a temporary work. Temporary work. Some of them are like, high school. If you are SHS student, graduate, SHS, no college, you cannot come, you cannot get a job that will eventually transition you into becoming a Canadian. If you don't have no education and you get a visa to come to farming work, those farming are temporary visa, unless when you are in a country you get married or what, you apply for school. But you cannot but to apply for school, you have to meet the requirements, you have to have a prerequisite. So if you come and you are pushing to come in with the farming opportunities, please keep in mind that you have to go back after your contract is complete, or else listen, it's better to go and then come back when the opportunity arises again. So if you don't have the education, if you don't have the background, and you want to come for farming opportunity, the farming opportunity does not earns you or lands you into getting a PR, which is the permanent resident, or a citizenship. Okay, now to get to a PR, work permit, to come here as a visitor or tourist, I'm gonna take you guys to this application. It's very interesting. I'm on for it's a very interesting how the system changes. A lot of things has changed So I'm going to go through it bit by bit. There's a knock O, knock A, and knock B, knock C, and knock D. What is a knock? Okay, let's go through the knocks. I want you guys to understand it properly because people are asking the same question we've already answered or covered in a video. So if you don't know, there are certain things you must be aware of. Okay, so the National Occupational Classification is a knock. So there are tiers. There are tiers. You must know which tier you belong to. Are you an O? Are you an A? Are you a B or a C? The knock, the National Occupational Classification number. Everybody, depending on what you're qualified to do, you must be classified within this National Occupational numbers. So the knock O are, someone with masters and PhDs, doctors. You can apply, and eventually, once you get into the country, okay, once you get into the country, you become a permanent resident, and then after 3 years, you become a citizen. The knock A are the university degrees. That is my people in Ghana. Degree 1, I have degree 2, I have this. The degrees, a degree can also, again, when you come in here, you come to university. College can also, when you apply for college, you can also get a PR, which is the permanent resident, as well as to become a citizen. You know that there are people here who does not want to become citizens. In fact, there are people living in this country for more than 40 years and they are yet to be citizens. They don't want to be citizens. Some of these are people from Dubai, people from India, people from Ukraine, people from Poland. So many people who does not want to become a Canadian citizens. That is your choice, but you must understand the steps. So the pathway for becoming a permanent resident is you must belong to either O, A, B. Okay. If you are in a C, high school, and you are coming, because there's a lot of occasional workers, seasonal workers. Those people don't stay in the country. There are a lot of Hispanic groups that comes into this country. They go into straight to the farm. They live there. They work seasonal, but when the winter comes, off you go. They go back to their country. That opportunity is what we are looking for our brothers and sisters, in case people who does not meet the requirement to become a permanent resident. Of course, if you're still young, if you're young, you never know. I've met so many people, I'm included, who meets people in this country. They are new into the country and they marry them. That's okay. If you have not started life back where you come from, you can meet somebody here. That person can turn you into becoming a permanent, a PR, as well as a Canadian citizen. So that, I'm not saying those who in a high school or no educational at all cannot come. They can come. But one problem, the challenge for Africans, let me just tell you as it is, okay? Today, that's all I've been doing for the afternoon. I went and sat down with someone. I greet you too, Ajay. Let me take this opportunity. I'm just going to greet the people here. Wilson, Ajay, thank you for sharing this information. Baba, thank you for coming. Eddie, Ajay, also thank you. And then Ajay George, thank you also. And Nana Kofi, thank you for joining the show. So let me just take this opportunity, okay, to tell you that, let me see if I have some people I've left out. Kwame Kwanzaa, my own brother in in one of the Canadian provinces, who is stuck there, doesn't want to come to Ontario. Kudos to you. We are here. If you are in Ontario, you have so much opportunity. If you are in a certain part of the country, you are limited to visiting a certain place. But in Ontario, we get to travel to different other parts of the cities and explore other cities too. So, Kobi, you are stuck. Oh, you are stuck until you move to Ontario to explore other parts of Ontario. You are stuck. We were with you in Montreal, and then you said you were going back to that country. Anyways, listen. So the pathway for becoming a permanent resident, you must come as a student. You must come as a, you must have a background of college, university, bachelor degree, whatever, master's degree, PhD. Okay. Even with that, many people feel they don't have the money to get into the community colleges. They are applying to the private colleges. If you get yourself into the private colleges, you cannot become a PR. You cannot. The private colleges are not the province. The program, this is Ontario program, things that allows Canada to also share the responsibilities. These are some of them. So you must go to the community colleges. The community colleges are the colleges which the government. So the money goes into the city, the money goes in. And these colleges have so much that they do. They have so many branches, so many programs, so many awards, so many funding. So these are the colleges you must look into, or in the universities you must look into, not the private one. Private colleges don't have so much things, the funding, the scholarships, and all those things. So you have to pay attention. You must come as a student. You must come as a visitors with a visitor visa with a background of some sort of education. Without the education, you can apply for all these, like a high school student, which is the SHS student back in Ghana or any other part of the world, farmer, someone with no education at all. But the sad story for our people, the people who are hiring, the people who are hiring, they have a network. In this country, it's all about corporation. Those jobs are given to agencies. Those agencies are non-Ghanaians. Those agencies are non-Ghanaians. I went door to door today. Every door I open, they are Indians, they are Chinese, Portuguese, and other. You keep going back. You keep saying maybe no, maybe you know what? Let me go back. These people are non-Ghanaians, and those agencies are helping their own people, and that's a fact. That's a fact. In fact, I was at one Filipino agency or Korean, whatever. Let me tell you something. The LMIA jobs, the jobs that the government, the opportunity given by the Canadian government to individuals who are outside the country to come in and work with their special gift or their experiences, the experiences that Canada is looking for are specific. Those jobs are given to agencies. Again, like I told you, those agencies are non-Ghanaians. The people who came here previously did not do something. Our people, the African community that came here before, did not see Canada as their country. They came here to work and take the money and bring it back home. So they did not become partners in terms of opening up the big corporations. The African community did not do that. They took the money and wasted the money back in their home countries. So now that reality has set in, now that Canada has opened the door for immigrants or outside Canada to also come and explore and work, the jobs does not belong to Ghanaians or Nigerians, or so the people have to pay big prices, depending on your qualification. If you were a teacher, if you were a nurse, there are companies hiring. Guys, there are companies who are hiring nurses coming from outside. Nigerians has made their way to that level, advocated for their people to come in without taking specific examination. Unfortunately for Ghanaians, our people, there were not many people. They eat their fufu, they are inside their door. They don't Nobody took it into an account to go into the and also to establish themselves in this part of the world. So the jobs that are offered, the job market, in fact, I'm going to pin a website. I'm going to pin a website. I always leave clues. I'm going to pin a website here for those of you who are qualified to grab the opportunity. I was doing an investigation, and I actually, oh, what is this? I actually trampled on a website which um, allows people from outside to apply. If you are a job seeker, there are places you can go to also apply. So I'm going to pin the website on the in this okay, hold on. I'm going to pin it. Copy. I'm going to pin the website in the chat. And for those of you who are interested, if you're a nurse, if you want to come here temporary, depending on the country these people are helping, it is worth a try. It is worth a try. They are, in fact, hiring people. It is a candidate workadvantage.ca. You can actually go on a website, and please listen. We tend to run with information without really getting into the nitty-gritty of things. That's why today, somebody just got refused, denied of a visa. Why? Because it was the bank detail, or whatever the financial statement they provided. It was sold to many people. Those bank statements, if you don't have it, don't push it. Don't push it. Canada is not dumb. Don't think people are dumb. Don't don't grade, or don't see people the way maybe you see yourself. Don't think you lack information, so people lack information. No, it doesn't work that way. So I just pasted the um I just pasted the website there, and be very careful. Your resume had to be in the Canadian standard. If you don't have anybody to help you, go on Google. Don't come and ask me to help you with a resume. These things are petty things. Okay, they are petty. I can look it over for you, but don't ask me to do it for you. I'm not gonna, you can't pay me. So the best thing to do, since you're looking for a job, you must be able to at least put down your qualification, your experiences, what you are capable of doing, the objective of what your job, what you want to do. Put it down, at least put down your references, all those things you have to put it down, and then do a cover letter. Those things we can help you with the languages, some of the languages, but don't ask me to do it for you, because I really don't have time. There's so many things we are also doing. I'm in school right now. I'm also learning. I'm doing online virtual hope, um, virtuous hope echo chance. Okay, is that somebody you're trying to? So this is the gist of it. So when it comes to the African community, unfortunately, the Ghanaians did not open businesses that has money, a substantial amount of money, in order for them to participate in LMIA. Okay, the LMIA is not something that people can just go and apply. Okay, uh, the LMI is not something that people can just, let me just go and apply so I can get the number. No, LMIA, it's a specific, if it is a specific certification given to some employers, and those employers must meet the requirements that is being looked for by the Canada Immigration or the labor force. Okay, so it's the labor market impact assessment. What they do is that you must be able to have enough money to hire those people you said you want to hire them from outside. And unfortunately for African people, they did not invest corporate, like in terms of corporation. If you look at these people in this part of the world, they have many companies. The Indians, there are companies that washes hospital beds, they washes what towels, hotel towels, every corporate hotels, every corporate um, uh, uh, what hospital, every government hospital. These people washes them. So all the bed sheets, all the bed sheets, they have a huge plant. And guess who those plants belongs to? The Indians. Guess who has taken over the Canada, I would say Canada transportation system? Same Indian people. So it is becoming a bit difficult. When I went out there, it is a huge amount of money before you can even get an LMIA, to tell you the truth. So until our own people engage themselves in corporation and corporate organizations and all those things, that they can also see that it is viable for our community. We have immigrants sleeping outside as we speak in Toronto. There are churches who are housing these people. Church, private churches, organizations are now has gone as an aid, not the government. Private people are advocating for these African people who are on the street in order for them to get housing, or even to grant them an opportunity to work. So doing listening to some interviews of these immigrants, they are desperate to work, for them to pay their own stuff, and do take care of their own. But the Canadian government must see them as a must grant them some status. So when it comes to the African community and those churches, they are not African churches. This is the sad story. The reality for Africans is that we are not together. So in terms of, oh, let's invest. When Tim Hortons, when Tim Hortons became corporation, and they were asking corporate people to buy into Tim Hortons, the other communities joined hands with partners. They partnered to be owners of Tim Hortons and coffee shops and phone booths and all those things. Not one African owns Tim Hortons, not even one African. So, in terms of a certain visa applications, in terms of a certain resources, or gaining access to LMIA as an African, it has become a very, very difficult one, difficult task. But these things are free from the government. This is a free from the government. Ghana, for listen to wisdom. Oh, this woman is a bit okay. Listen, these opportunities are free. The governments don't charge, so it causes the employer. LMIA causes the employer to apply. The application fee ranges somewhere, when I looked, around $2,100. And then there are a couple fees, and it lasts, I think, they can give it for 3 years, depending on how many years these people are applying for. When you go to the site, is there. So the LMIA are big companies, big corporations. They don't even have to. You just have to have a couple $1,000 that can prove these people that you're bringing or hiring. There are people in the country who are interested in maybe changing their visa, visitor's visa, into becoming a permanent resident. How do you do that? There are steps, there are processes you have to go through. Changing your visitor's visa, you must have a job. You must get a job offer with LMIA, not just anybody giving you a job offer. It must be accompanied by LMIA certification. So LMIA certification is not something that someone can just make it up. This is not Ghana. And how do we as Africans engage? So I'm encouraging all African companies or people who want, people with 20,000, people with 30,000. All we know is buying houses, but we can also pick up and lift up a company. Those transportation company, truck drivers, the license alone to get a truck driver license, the AZS license, guess who those schools are? The schools belongs to the Indians. Those schools belongs to the Indians. So then how do you go and to be accepted? I went into one agency today, consultant agency. He took my number. He said, I'm going to call you and let you know. I'll send you the jobs. Those jobs, uh, they need machine operators. They need some operators. He mentioned about 6 different positions that they're looking for people to occupy. Again, these people will hire their own people first. Many of them, thank God, if they're not qualified, good for you. So, my brothers and sisters, like I said, let me go through it again. If you want to become a PR, um, if you want to visit Canada and eventually become a permanent resident, if you're just looking for just a occasional work, you cannot become a permanent or a permanent resident or a citizenship. If you are a student and you applied and you came into the private schools, you cannot use that to change your visa. No, you have to go to one of those community colleges, Seneca College, whatever college, Hamba College, what go universities or any other college. Okay, any of uh, the um, the community colleges in Canada. You cannot. But if you are here as a student, make sure you finish at least 1 year of your college. Make sure you finish 1 year, and then eventually on your second year, you can apply to become a permanent resident if someone offers you a job. For that one, it's called Canada Experience. That is not LMIA. All you need is a Canada Experience. You have a job offer. They're willing to offer you the job as long as you can stay there right away. You can get yourself a permanent resident status. And then after that, or you meet Mr. Right, you meet Mrs. Right, you can get yourself a very nice family startup in Canada. And whichever province you like to stay, don't feel free to go explore the other provinces, the smaller provinces. Feel free. Alberta is offering so much things, so much programs, so many programs. There are Calgary, there's Halifax, you can go to Edmonton. There's so many programs. It's in fact, Alberta, this country is a big tax. Alberta don't have a couple taxes. So expenses are low. Okay, living cost is lower than coming to Ontario. So if you have not started any process and you are just trying to see where to stay, explore the province. Explore. If you are here for a visit, explore the province. Bring a little money, get yourself, buy yourself a ticket, go to British Columbia, go to Nova Scotia, go there one day, come back. Nobody would ask you a thing. You're only a student. You can go anywhere you want to. Okay? Don't be afraid of anyone. Unless you're crossing the border to the US, they won't let you go because you don't have a visa to go to the US. So that one, you need a visa. But to go to the other provinces, if you speak French, si tu parles français, c'est mieux quand même aussi. Si tu parles français, ça c'est tellement bon parce que les provinces de Québec, the work experience, it's cool. They don't let anybody scare you too. Canada has the boots, nice gears to deal with the cold. Okay? Don't be scared. Ne peur pas. Okay? Ça, c'est mieux habiter à Montréal ou bien Québec ou bien n'importe où. OK? Parce que il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont vraiment chères ici. OK? Mais c'est pas là-bas, là, pour louer, c'est mieux qu'ici. Pour acheter quelque chose à manger, c'est mieux. Pour l'habiller, c'est mieux qu'au Ontario. It's very, very cheap. It's very cheaper. to live in Montreal, Quebec, or the rest of the, even better yet, go on the other side of Ottawa. Ottawa is cheaper. Ottawa is a bit, Ottawa is expensive. Ottawa is the capital city of huh? Ottawa is the capital city of Ontario. So if you come here, that's better for you. But go on the other side of Ottawa, cross the other, cross the bridge, go to work. But go on the other side, the French side. It's English. C'est Anglo. It's an Anglo community. It's not just a typical French. Okay, everywhere, even some parts in Montreal. Some people are saying it's French, French, French. No, there's some part in Montreal that is Anglicism. And Anglicism are the French people who speak everything they say. There's a mix of English and French. Kind of like a Dorion, Vaudreuil, West Island, or when you go there, those places are not the typical French as they say. So Montreal, Quebec is a French, but be prepared to learn a new language. So guys, listen, if you want to come as a student. If you're a student, don't be afraid to get your papers changed to become a permanent resident. There's a process for it. Go get through to your school. Don't let anybody fool you. Meanwhile, get someone professional, okay? Get a professional to help you. Me sitting here, me no professional. Me no professional. Me just coming from someone who gave me this paper and say, go and explain. I asked a lot of questions. Do not let anybody like someone like a Kwanaba who can give you a nice printout of we. They get a little information. They want to exchange somebody's years of knowledge with their kitchen school. Don't do that. I'm always calling immigration consultants. I go to about 3 just to get a version. What are the other version of what this person will say versus what the other person will say? What is the update? Is this person up to date? Is this person up to date? That is one thing you need to be aware of, or else our brother who just got denied will not have been denied. Okay, but they keep listening to people. Oh, and she, oh, fako, the chinye na no didn't, but not they know nothing. Please, these things, it's like a lawyer. Okay, the law changes each and every day, and people who does the job every day faces the challenges. They know best. So mentna Ghana, don't live in Ghana for someone to give you false information just because they had it somewhere or they processed their own thing somewhere. It is different, totally different. Your spirit is different from somebody's spirit. So please get the right information from the right people, from the right source. And trust me, Choco does a lot of checking before he brings out the information. I know that for sure. So if he says this, and also because people are coming every day, if one information did not work, we know because people are coming with the information. So if something did not work, then this thing changed because the immigration officer would have given that information to the person who is coming. So when you are issued a visa, some information, when someone called me, in fact, the information given, it was the other way around. At the airport was when they gave the right information, because the rules or the process has changed. So at the airport is when people actually get the information. So I thought, you know what? Let me bring you the information as it is. If tomorrow it changes, every day, it's like a surgeon. Surgeon has books of what medical doctors, the same thing. Medications don't it doesn't work the same way. So as they are giving you the prescription, each and every day they're having reports. Oh, okay. So the next day you go, you see that the doctor did not give you the same medication. It works the same thing with immigration. It's case by case, okay? Because it's case by case, many people are denied, and as soon as somebody is denied, the immigration officer writes a report. What is the report? To change the process. To change the process. So that is what it is. And this is not something that, greetings, Papa Raphael. My brother Selassie, greetings to you too. Abu Gri Seidu, Greetings to you too. Adema Rasta, greetings to you too. So for those of you, listen, if you have a job in Ghana, we a teacher ni, TMA, we a teacher ni, we a nurse ni. Per vacation, per cultural bosses, listen. Now, don't just come. This guy, the reason why he was rejected, in fact, there was a huge amount of deposit into his account. Ghana for, pay attention. Now, men for what Jenny Mobi, because what Jenny no Kurano, me, I don't trust myself. Me too. There's certain information I don't even trust it because sometimes you don't rely on your own understanding of how things work. So what you say? Men for say obi agimi o, obi ani wa wagimi. Some people they are desperate, depending on the position they are standing. They may make a certain decision, and you think say obi agimi ye. Tie me. The ebedu mrebi a woye bribi no. I know now be unsesa nipa ni. Now o chances is gone. This guy deposited a big money. Let me say almost building account in a man. You need teachers. Don't go and ruin yourself before you come. You can't do that. We've been saying this over and over and over. To build your account, give yourself time. Do not be desperate. Desperate people makes desperate decision. So give yourself some delay. Delay yourself, kakra. Delay gratification. It works. Rich people always uses this tactics. Rich, smart people, they can afford the $200,000 car. But one guy told me, he said, one thing I practice is delay gratification. I delay myself to enjoy the moment. Delay yourself. Get the proper information. Account is not just built and immigration for no. There's intelligence behind everything. No, ono no ti ono njimi ya. Mini anomo. Ghana na obi timi beka chiro obi say $1 million gum me dem na sika na omo de be ma me na omo mu twa ntro basa basa ma emu abi nso betena ho be defend this. Ghana na obi timi meka chiro say obronsam abrochi ya mu wa ha. Ba brochi obronsam onim say wonjibi obroni ma o credit. Onim sɛ wongyimi yɛ nti no sɛ adeɛ no ɔde bɛtwa wo a ɔmfa mmɛgyina w'anim sɛ yɛ blue ɔmfa blue ne mmɛgyina w'anim onim sɛ green na wopɛ nti ɔbɛdialote no ama ɔde biribi akɔva ho ama na onim sɛ wongyimi Ghana ne deɛ blue na gyina w'anim ɔse kee ɛnyɛ blue o kee ɛnyɛ blue no, don't do that. People are not stupid. So what I say ewiase and don't be hungry because if you're hungry now the Ghana man will come and the African man will come and sell you the blue and your mind, this brain of us, we say don't trust it. The brain has a way of lying to yourself because of the desire. Your desire will lie to you. Your desire is going to lie to you. When you are desperate so much, I mean, or pay for doctor will tell you, say, the brain is the most powerful thing on us. As a lady, a woman who is so desperate to become pregnant, when they are desperate, body to me and lie to you, say, oh, you are pregnant, you start to spit. Ubusu beshasi afunu se siya menyem. Ampala behano we funsu yekase. One sheye ube wanoma. One sheye ube wanoma. You will have baby and you will have a chicken baby because there has never been pregnancy. You are not pregnant too. It is the brain telling you you are pregnant. Why? Because you are desperate. So Ghana man will come and sell you the green and will they will convince you it is blue. And that is how the mind, when you become desperate, that's how it is. So don't be desperate. With this is your life. Don't be desperate. This is your life. You want to live a life, a genuine, you want to live a comfortable life. Yeah, bread do. Ghana for we actually welcome a bread and we think it is normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. I said it to myself. No more working hard. I keep telling you this. I'm not joking. I'm not. It is a lie for someone to tell you work hard. Work smart. Working smart is knowing your job rotation and the rules Don't let anybody come and tell you. I always, you see, I was a quality assurance manager for so long, and because I'm a short woman, I'm a small woman, people push a little bit, and then when they see who I am, bang bang, surprise, this woman is not a small nut to crack. I always say people want to push because I'm a black woman and they think that I'm in the same mindset of them. No, I take my work very seriously. Nobody, my boss does not have to tell me anything. I know what to do. I know what to do. So I keep telling them, ask me for direction on how to do your work better, but don't ask me to do your work for you. One thing I always say, this small woman who very, very difficult person, and when it comes to laws, new rules, memfa your way, memfa say undisciplined self. I can never be transformed into something else. No way. No way. I'll lose money for that, but that's fine because integrity, one thing about you that you must hold dearly is your integrity. So what you're saying. That is why I can enter anywhere. So what you're saying. So you need to be very, 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 you need to have a, I would say a price on yourself. You need to put value on yourself and don't let people just deny you and deny you. Omo yem kote bottle no wa deny you no. Ono na wa catch you. So as an African, have value in your product, in you. What is your product? It's you. Your product is you. Sell it, not the money. Do not look for money. If you look for money first, let me tell you, your product will it will be limited. Your product will not have a value and you will never make the money. But if you place value, obroni to me, obroni be tom pabi mami. And then panel tom mami, the wood, you can't get that wood again. It's an old bed. And I have a spare room, and I'm saying, let me bring the bed there. The man, many people, many white people will tell you, I want this to go to a better home. You know what they are saying? They're placing value in the product, not the money. They felt so good. Follow me all the way from Penitenguishin to mount the bed. They value the bed, not the money. I only paid them $50 so, but they drove an hour and a half. You see what these people would do? But Ghana man, hungry, hungry, hungry. You're going to lose your value. You'll never make money. You'll be poor all the time. You will make what you're going to eat today, but tomorrow you're not going to, it's not going to sustain you. So I'm just saying this is just a by the way. Um, get yourself, if you are in if you have a profession, if you're a professional person, but there are many people working in Ghana, they think they can get a pie of the stolen money. You're not going to get some. Listen, you're not going to get anywhere by kissing asses in Ghana thinking that somebody is going to make you adum grace. Adum, no. Look for your own money, look for your own acquaintance, get your own self, apply for the visa, come as a visitor. You can go back, you can come back, you can go back, come back, apply for visa. Today, you don't need anybody to give you an invitation. You don't need an invitation. You have a proper account. You have an account. And don't, like Raphael. Raphael is only on the internet. Don't tell me Raphael needs a visa in the next 4 months. Allow someone to deposit money and a substantial amount of money, and then Raphael is going to present that account to the immigration officer. You think they are fools? How long have you been working in your job? Why is this money huge lump sum amount of money? If you need apo, and you know what friend apo, but you cannot answer because Ghanaians are not proactive in thinking. Remember that we've been taught to lie. Kai, remember. So when it comes to critical thinking, Ghana for money until you can't answer certain critical questions, especially when you are thrown, when they hit you surprise. Yes, sister B, yes, sister B, and say yeah, obi a yamma wapo. Say wo ba, can say wo ni nam, ye be say wakati wa tutu nam aponche nam pa, mami ama ya to nam ya twene. Why? Because obroni ni sunsuma to so. Critical thinking is not in our forte. But if you do a good homework and you are prepped, yan kura yeti ya kura yako interviewer, I work in my job. Oh. When I got this job, the new job I'm in, it is the same company, but I had to go for an interview. I needed to be prepped because for years I've been in the same jobs for more than what 11, 12 years without going into an interview. If I'm changing into a different area, hey Kromwa, they interviewed me. Even me, I told my boss, can you ask me questions, prep me? Manya who say winimo. Don't think who they are pobi with him. You have nothing. You be Ghana man just like us. Don't think you have anything to say different from what we know. So I needed to be prepped. This new job I got, remember I did a video, I'm changing my way, where my old school did a wonderful sign-off way for me. Listen, it is the same company, but I had to go for an interview and I needed a prep. I would have goofed off because I had not been interviewed for a very long time. I went, before I got this one, I went for two. I was not chosen. I'm telling you the fact. Listen, I had to go for two interviews. But as you know, because of no respect for each other, we downplay people the way we see ourselves. So you think you may know. This is Obroni. They will ask you. A gentleman was just refused, returned back for small question. Oh, you are coming for a visit. He said, pain. Or how long would you would you be visiting Canada? He said it. I'm here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, so welcome. So if you get a job, would you do it? Would you do it? And then the guy is like, oh yeah, why not? Well, sorry, think tank, denied entry, back to your country. And that is the case because you didn't listen to the one who gave you. You knew more than the person. That's an African. That's the West Africa. We don't listen to ourselves. We know more. This thing within us that makes most of people broke all the time. Eh? We know more than the people who are teaching you. People think they know more. So, in terms of building an account, my brothers and my sisters, you need a good one at least. A very, very first, the account must be there. The account must be there, not just a new account. Or you must be a very, very good communicator because it's all about communication. You must be good communicator because there's certain truth that sometimes the immigration officer will confuse you also. And they will make you think as if you yourself, you are lying, but you are telling the truth. So you must be very good. Who are good communicators? Good communicators understands the questions that are coming and they answer the question direct without thinking to lie. Good communicator understands. Listen, I know people who think they are listening. They are very bad listeners because you will be at the same place with them. You've all heard the same information. The minute they leave the place, they are talking something else. Bad communicators, they don't have a good listening skills. So you must be able to express yourself. Listen, let me give you a hint. You see me, I used to study back in Ghana. I used to go, they used to call me ne 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 because I used to study. What makes a person study? It's nervousness sometimes. So when I came here, I became a communicator. I became what? Um, what? Telemarketer. A telemarketer, you are calling people's house, offering them MasterCard, Canada Express, US Express, the Express card, and all those things. If you start and then quickly, I jumped to the, like, someone who I actually jumped a ship. I went on to the French line. It's a bit more money, but I went as an English agent. And someone who studies, you need to focus in your head. You must do a mental practice in my head. And nothing I'm doing where you can play with it. This brain of mine, you can't play because I have prepared it. I went to school in my bedroom in front of my mirror. I went to practice. a lady sat me down and I listened. Said, Mavis, look at me in the eye when you're speaking. Do not fidget and look straight in my eye. Don't fidget. Think about what you're going to say before you open your mouth, and do not do hey. So this thing, when I jumped to as a French agent on the phone as a telemarketer, we they quickly transferred me because I was good on the phone. Guys, listen, I was good. I have a good, I'm a very courteous person. Courtesy. Oh, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, darling. Oh my goodness, I'm very happy about your experience, and I do whatever I need to apologize. I apologize. Some people don't know how to talk. Some people don't know how to talk. I know how to communicate a little bit. So when I jumped into the inbound call, because I was good, so they took me out of the outbound into the inbound. Guess what? Yeah, your package just arrived. Guess what? When I jumped to the inbound, I wanted to be the manager for uh, that area. So I applied to be the quality assurance for French agents. Look at Mavis, who I stutter. I still do it sometimes if I don't think. When I don't think, I begin to stutter. So the manager, when they hired me, the manager actually sat me down, because when I'm expressing myself in a boardroom, I don't seem to be getting things, my words across properly. I wasn't really making sense, but I was good with my submissions and I type very quickly. I can give good feedbacks. I can, train people. But when I'm put in front of a boardroom members, the managers and the CEOs, you see Mavis stuttering, and then my boss will take my words out of my mouth and say, what Mavis is trying to say is, so one day, Mavis, I came home and I sat in front of my mirror and I started running, practicing communication. I took a class, I took a course, I went into school. I said, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to get it. So one day my boss wanted to do the same thing. I said, no, 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 Paula, just 1 minute. And I was able to give my submission detailed, and they were like, oh my goodness. So they took me from, every time they want to train another department, Mavis and one Iranian lady. She's a very go-getter. These were the two people they would take. They will pay for us to go and train them. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to be very, very focused and know how to sell ourselves. And it all requires practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice it in your own. So there are certain things that you are taught when you are interviewing. I sit in interview. When you are interviewing a person, you can tell by what? The way they look at you straight in the eye, the way they bend down, the way they flick their eyes, the way they fidget. You have to look at their foot. What is their foot doing? Which direction? Their hands. That's why I'm able to read people. That's why they teach you all that. So you need to be aware that the Canadian immigration, those people sitting there has gone through the same courses. They've gone through the same practices. The people that comes and train us in my current job, they are the same people that trains RCMP. RCMP are the mountain police. Okay, they train them. So don't think that I'm going to an immigration and I'm going to say, if you are not questioned, you are lucky you. But when you are put down and ask more questions, people think the face question are all the questions they're going to ask you. Just because you were not asked the question does not mean they're not going to ask your brothers a question. Just because you were not put through a certain a drilling, it doesn't mean they're not going to ask the next person questions. A girl who came and claimed refugee told me one. She says, "Sister Mavis, you know what? When I was sitting there, they were asking questions and these questions, and I should not have listened to anyone, because as I was sitting there, I was she was contradicting herself because everybody's words were playing in her head. So if you listen to too many people, also this is what happens. This one, As soon as so right away, she's an expert too, because she sat down. She's a teacher. She's a social worker. She's gone through so many, and she's stayed with Mavis too. So everything that I kept telling her, that's when she said, I came back and I remembered what one thing you said: do not stay focused. Don't let anything play. That's how she was able to beat those people. They asked her one specific question. And what is the question? Why are you taking an interpreter after everything? Oh, why are you taking an interpreter? We thought you have university, you went to Winneba. We thought you went to this and that. Why are you taking an interpreter? Guess what the girl says? Smart, smart. If she would have sat there and go and because I advised her, I said, take interpreter. If she did, she was not smart and she didn't think it through. Or better now, she would have sat there and do the immigration right at your last question, maybe where you will be denied. Guess what she said? She said, my Ghana English is not the same thing because trouser is a pant in this country, lorry, all those things, and then put it in a boot. We call it boot or something like. She was giving all these examples of certain words that meant totally something different in our English language in Ghana. But she has university degree, so don't think you know, okay? Don't think you know. They pay. Canada immigration has job opportunities, and some of the opportunities are interpreters. They pay for Ghana man to come and interpret it for you. Don't think you speak English because your English is vernacular. In fact, it's not English. I'm speaking to, there are certain things that there was a language someone told me they used, and I said, what does that mean? They are from Ghana. Apparently Ghana, that is how they refer those things, but in this part of the world it's not referred as that. So it is very, very crucial. It's very crucial. The way you pronounce, the way you refer to a certain things is not the same. And this girl just went it bang, bang, bang. It was bang on. Those who think they know, just because you are not put into an interview does not mean somebody else is not going to go into an interview. Trust me, get an interpreter. One of the job or thing job market, and they've made it so big. Canada has extended an interpreter, like an interpreter job to every language, including Pidgin. So, Ewe, Ga, whatever language you speak, just tell them, I don't speak English, oh, I don't understand it. A university degree had to take an interpreter. So imagine you, which one? My brother, my sister, keep in mind that you are from Africa. You be black man. No matter where you come from, as long as you are a black man, you are an African. That's my last word for you. So when as you are applying for your visa, keep in mind that you're coming from another country, a totally different culture, totally different ways of the way they do their things. They expect you, unless you are in a country you have a mouth to speak, you can speak. But in front of your the immigration officer, if your wife, if you don't know how to hold your wife hand, my brother, my sister, start holding the hand, oh. Start holding the hand and start practicing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Although it's not within our culture, they don't care. They want to deny you. So give them their culture. You go to Rome, you do as the Rome say, and that is how you can get. So to get your visa and also to be able to stay here, yes, in terms of LMIA, there's a totally different thing for the African community. It's rather unfortunate, but that's the reality of things. We don't have African companies, corporations that would grant you, and the money you need to pay for LMIA is not, I don't know about you people, but whether you be an MP or an MP child or a minister's child, you still have to go through the same process. Or else get to the internet and find yourself Bobo, Oyibo, or Oyibo Bobo from this part of the world. Love is found anywhere. Nowadays, Even people, ladies, we have ladies in this country. It is difficult finding the match. It is so difficult. Women, men, there are men in this country who has not yet found their mate, because the Africans, we come here and we play a different culture. We take on other things that is not suitable to us. So relationship is a bit difficult. So the men are marrying from Ghana. Now our men are going to Ghana. They are dogging the women in Abuchi. So keep that in mind. So the women, let's also go get the new ones. My brother, my sister, it is working. You can get yourself a newbie and get that person to start life with you. All you have to do is don't go out a lot with them, because the Konkonsa people pull him down. PhD people are all over outside there on a park. Stay at home. Find a Canadian place, spotters to go. I'm telling you the fact. Because they are also going to become a Canadian, and then they will be part of Canadian community. Move out of the city, or move out and go to a place where you can start your life with your wife or your husband. I am planning to move too. You hear me? I'm planning to move too. That's the truth. Okay? That is the truth. So visitor's visa is not good. Visitor's visa is good. I don't think you heard what I said. Right. So now let me answer questions. Those of you, if you have any questions, visitor's visa is good. It all depends on why you're here. Okay? Why are you here? Visitor's visa is a good thing. You can come as a visitor. Canada immigration has given the opportunity for those visas to be transferred into permanent residence, but you need to go through a certain process. That's what I've been talking about. Sorry, just came. Yeah. So visitor's visa is good. You can change it into becoming a PR. And Kofi, I say thank you for the earnest. That is what it. I say Lady May Kujo Neil Akwaba Eric Akwaba. Let me tell you something. You know, we have some of our brothers who lives in other part of African countries. I must say this, okay? Those places may not grant you papers. It is only an attitude. They say your qualification will get you there, but your attitude will determine whether you are going to be successful in those places you find yourself in. Although things are difficult in terms of US, like I said, the African community, if we have any sense, the new generation who are coming now will think about what I just said. The old generation did not think about coming together in terms of building a corporation. People are not very nice to our own. We are very wicked. Some of Africans, very wicked to our own. We would we will contribute to our brothers' downfall than to build our brothers up. But if we have sense, we are going to help our brothers who are already in business. We are going to partner with them so the business will be big. Corporation. It is called corporate. So in terms of LMIA, the reason why the African communities are not progressing in the LMI is because of this same reason. So if you find yourself in the US and you're having difficulties, be nice to every Ghanaian you see. You be loyal. We've suffered enough. I'm pleading with every Ghanaian. Be nice. You are a new person in the country. The first person you go to, the person who would give you a wow too, and say, come and sleep in my kitchen, come and sleep in my living room, come and sleep in the bed, come and sleep in that person. Please, this stigma of Africans bickering, it is enough. It has made us broke. Financially, we are weak. Economically, of course, weak. Socially, we are weak. Politically, we are weak. Okay? When it comes to social networking, we don't have it. This is the time for you people who are now coming to start that. Shame the old people. Start corporation. Our brother just got a huge acres of farm. He need people to invest with him, to bring people to the farm. It's outside Montreal. It will be beautiful, beautiful for Ghanaians to think about how to work in a corporate uh, settings. We need to cooperate. Cooperation means cooperate with each other. We don't know how to do that. But people, you don't have, by yourself, you cannot dish out 100,000, except for those who have the houses. Even that, to take out your equity, meaning you are also renewing your mortgage, which will end you up in paying more away mortgage. Okay, if you are taking out equity, it means that you are buying the house again. You want them to remortgage it based on the money you took out. It has now taken money out. So if your house is worth 400,000 and you've already paid 300,000, it means you have equity of 100,000. If you go and remove the $100,000, the house is now four and something 100,000. They will reassess the house again. So now it's like you just buying the house at the state it is in. It is making Ghanaians broke. We don't have money. But this is what we can do. Why take out your 100,000? Bring only 20. I will also bring 20. The next person will bring 20. If we have 20 people, if we have 20 people, 20 people, just calculate 20 people. When you put 20 people and then you say 20,000, let me calculate 20,000. So you can say 20, 1, 2, 3 times 20, $400,000. $400,000. Do you know what they will do? Put that $400,000, open up a corporate account, okay, a bank account, open up a business account, and put that to 400,000. You are going to get $2 or $5 million just by having 400,000 in your bank account. You are going to get 3 million. 3 million. We only had less than for this money. But yet, do you know how much they gave us? A mortgage of 3 point something million dollars. Do you know how much we made? $14 million we sold it for. We made over 7 million. You say we made over 7 million in just 3 years. No, we made 11 million. Sorry, 11 million in just 3 years. 11 million in just 3 years. So imagine if 20 people. Oh, where are these? 20 people. So who will come with me? 20 people, 20,000. Let's all bring $20,000. Put it together. Go put it in a bank. Let it sit there. Your name is on it. My name is on it. Everybody is a partner. Let's go to the bank. Let's go and see a property. Property is worth 3 million. A farm is worth maybe a 5 million. It is easier, in fact, to get a land, to get a mortgage for a land than to get a house mortgage. It is easier. So imagine, many animal US, you have a lot of money. Bring your money. Look at this calculation. Look at this calculation. You have a lot of money, Papa. Mumfamra. Or say, I am an agriculturist in Japan under training in diseases and pets management. Please connect me to the farm. 15 years working experience. Give me your resume. I'm talking to a lady. Oye Oshana Oye Filipino ni. She's a Filipino woman. They match you with a job. So if you're a farmer, please send me. She said to send her. Let me see if people did send. She said to send her the qualifications so she can match people. But my brother, the money, I am even sad. People are coming on. She said she can a Korean Guy is the one who gave me the number to call her. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, qualification. Yeah, people did send it. I asked people, I have a degree from the University of Education. I said, send me your certificate. I didn't say, come and tell me. You see, you have a problem. Oh. I asked people to send me their certificate, their school, either university or whatever. So yeah, there's a lady who matches people up with the international jobs. If you're a farmer and you have some agricultural experiences, and that's the temporary one. If you want it, I can, but you can connect with him. But let's see. Me, I'll just give you the number and you just do your own thing. Oh. So imagine how much money we are going to get from the bank. From the bank, $400,000, we can get over millions of dollars of mortgage if that structure is a business. And imagine if we are producing something that community uses each and every day. Imagine if we take on all the food terminal, every food that comes from Africa. We are going to sign agreement with, let's say, the Canada border. They are going to send the food to our port, and we are going to be the one to charge the people. Well, this is a huge opportunity. But Ghana man will sit on her because nobody trusts each other. We don't trust each other, so everybody is poor. Nobody trusts you. You don't trust me, I don't trust you. But can we open it up a little bit and see, sign a lawyer, get a good lawyer who can sign, we can all sign $400,000, only $20,000 with 20 people, only 20 people. We sat there for Tim Hortons that used to cost 115, 150,000. Now Tim Hortons is millions of dollars. You can't even get in. Million, you must be able to. Now the way they do it, you can't get in because you have to build, you have to buy the land, you have to make it new. You can't just go into a store and rent a place for Tim Hortons. You can't. The structure must meet Tim Hortons standard. So it needs to be built. The structure, the way it looks, the way it's just like going to a Walmart. Walmart all looks similar in every places you go to. Go to Quebec, you will find Walmart in the same style as Walmart in Bungabiri. Go to New York, the same thing. Walmart is all the same. So Ghanaians cannot get in again. But Walmart franchise used to only cost 150, 100. It used to be 85. Today, Walmart is costing millions of dollars. So imagine, right now, I'm talking about farming. Imagine if 20 people can put together 20,000. Or you want me to bring it down? 10,000. It's easier. 20 people, $200,000. That can buy a whole lot. And one thing about Canadian farming, when you are able to do this, the government even gives you more things. All these machines you need, they rent it till nobody buys it. They rent it. It is easier. You get funding. You get funding. Imagine if we even register that school, like the schools can come on a farm and oh my God, they will fund you. And also fertilizer and all those things are cheaper in this part of the world. My brothers and my sister, those of you with money, this is an idea. I'm just going to throw it out there. Our brother just got a huge acres of land. It's outside, it's in a Quebec area. We are trying to find time to go over, survey it. I'll bring you the video live. Around there, network is a big of a problem. If I can't get it live, just like you see the mountains, I went around that area, and we can transport, we can bring the newcomers who are now coming in to at least get free accommodation and work on a farm, my brothers. So that is the news. So let me see. I say, Shine Padmore, say, please show us how to go about LMIA. Are you a business owner in Canada? LMIA, I don't think you heard everything I said. LMI, so Ernest Kofi, contact me. My phone, no? Okay. Contact me on this line, WhatsApp only. Don't try to call me. LMIA, these are organized like a big, and these LMIAs are given to. But remember the site I put down there? They have LMIA and they look for jobs for people. These are genuine companies. So go to that site, log into that site, and just upload your, all you need to do is upload your resume. Upload any letter of recommendation you have. Cover letter, uploaded. I've, I've, I've given so many like samples of cover letter on my page. Samples of cover letter. Okay. How to do a cover letter. How to do a cover letter. It's like an interview. You are sitting there. My name is Maeve. I'm just um I located this ad through this medium, and this is an opportunity that I would like to venture in. I am this. I have experience in this, and my background is this. When I was given this company, this is how I turned the company into, and now this is where I am now. I am looking for a much a way opportunity to challenge myself and to express my horizon. All these fancy languages you want to put out there. If you want me to read you one, let me read you one resume cover letter. I'll read you one cover letter. Okay, I'll read you one cover letter. What a cover letter should cover. If you are applying for specific job, what it should cover. Cover letter. Let me see if I can find one. Hey, guys, give me a second. I'm trying to see if I can find. I'm trying to see if I can find a cover letter. Oh, this is a. Give me a second. So, what a cover, or say I just joined, what a cover letter means is just you telling the employer who you are without them having to read Elaine. Okay, here it is. I'll read you one of the cover letter. Okay, so let me read you one call. Say, thank you for taking the time to read my resume. As a goal-oriented individual, I strive in exceeding task expectations. I am confident that the position at your school, this is mine, at your school will give me the opportunity to diversify my skills and merits. I gained knowledge of this job opportunity through branch inquiry, and I believe that I can possess the qualification required. I am fluent in both English and French, and I have demonstrated superior interpersonal skills in my previous and current position. It is for this reason that I am forwarding a copy of my resume for your consideration. I am confident that my skills and expectation is an excellent match for this particular job assignment. I offer the following: over 17 years providing effective administrative management, managing a variety of settings, excellence written and verbal communication skills, friendly telephone manner, attain a wealth amount of school system information to perform in any office capacity, highly organized, able to work under pressure with strict timeline, positive team player, able to self-direct and prioritize workload, flexible, enjoy challenge, learn quickly. Working as an office administrator has provided me with the unique opportunity to play a positive and active role in a day-to-day life of my school. Being part of a team, starting up a brand new school, also provided me with the invaluable leadership opportunities where I was able to create and implement. I implemented various office procedures and processes, including but not limited to attendance, medical, and emergency procedures. In addition to the listen, this is my cover letter. Okay, it's a long one, and because I want them to know about me. Okay, I am humble, confident, and competent to perform in any office role within the board and adapt to any changes in this process. And close is my resume and my ta 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 ta. That's a cover letter. And no, a letter of intent. Just like when you're applying for to go to school, no? When you're applying to go to school, say when you are coming to this part of the world and you apply for school, one of the letters you need to write is a letter of intent. Why do you think you are pursuing this course? What do you think this course will provide you with, and how are you going to succeed in this course? These are letter of intent, the three places you should cover, and then your closing. Okay, these things, when they are reading, it is so quick, it is easy. Amanfoɔ, thank you very much. I hope you shared the video. If you have not shared yet, I see over what? How many people? There used to be over 100 people on here. Now I can see that um, share the video. I don't see a lot of people sharing the video. So please share the video to your various platform. The reason we do these things is people are lacking so much information. And so share the video. I don't see a lot of people sharing. So please share the video. You are watching, the information is good, so share it. If it's good, as I can see it from your note, it is worth sharing. Also, Madam May, also, I am a skilled electrician of 5 years experience. I do domestic and commercial wiring. Please, can you help me out to get a visa? I can't help you out to get a visa. You see, maybe I'm too straightforward. I cannot help you out. You have to help yourself. I've given you an information, Ramford. You are qualified. You say you are skilled electrician. Where is your resume? Are you working? Try to visit and then see whether you can get a job. These are the people you should be quick with your applications. One, more qualifications. There are people without qualifications who are keen, on these messages and also information they are receiving. But you sit there, do it for me, spirit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm not that greedy. I would have taken a lot of people money. I'm not a greedy person at all. That's why, listen, when you're not greedy, people think you are some. No. But I'm not greedy. I don't want you to call me. No, no. Me pasumdwe why? Me pasumdwe pa. I like peace. I like my peace. That's why one little and peaceful situation, it takes me off my equilibrium. It takes me off my spiritual alignment. When I'm not at peace, my alignment is not aligned properly. My spirit shakes. So I won't take your money. I'm going to be frank with you. When there are information people are charging, this information people are charging to give you, people will look for school for you. Ransford, you lack nothing. You've written perfectly fine. How do you want me to help you? Is it money? Is it the process? If these are the two helping you're asking for, I cannot help you. Do you understand? It is easy. Do it by yourself. The only payment you would have to make in the end is your visa application, or when it is time for you to come and pay for your whatever the Canada immigration are going to offer to you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, guys. Let me show you. I'm trying to, I'm trying to, let me share this screen. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if you guys are looking at the screen. See this? Can you guys see the screen? If you guys can see the screen, you see where it says application? Let me see here. Do you see why it says application? Right? Someone baby a show. It says application. Okay. So when you go to application, sign in or create an IRCC secured account. Check your application status and processing time. Find forms, pay fees, change your address, get biometrics, and learn about representatives. So if you have an application, if you already open up an application, okay? If you already open up, this is an application you must open. But before you open the application, you see, what are you coming for? Immigrant programs? Who is sponsoring you? Nobody is sponsoring you. If you have a family, sponsor your family and all those things, you go here. You want to find out why, how you are coming. How are you coming? Okay, so work. If you're coming for, let's click work and see. You'll find out a whole bunch of things. Or visiting. Visiting is you have somebody who is giving you an invitation, or you are a what? You are coming as your own a tourist visa, with a tourist visa. Let's go to work. Okay, let's go to work. A foreign worker. Find out if you need work permit. Get work permit. Find out if you can apply and how to apply to work in Canada as a temporary worker. Who needs work permit? Which permit is right for you, and special instructions for some workers. So you see, all these things are here. My people, all these things are here. So work permit, here it is. Find out if you can apply. We're going to click on it. Find out if you can apply. So get work permit and application for temporary workers, business people, and students. Student, if you're a student, that means you have your school offer letter. If you have a school offer letter, listen, go here and read it. Go here. Find out if you need work permit, business people, temporary workers. Let's find out if you need work permit. Most people need work permit to work in Canada. If you need work permit, you may be eligible for either an employer specific work permit or open work permit. Employer specific work permit are the people you are given condition, or open work permit. Open work permit are people who has applied for express entry. Express entry, express entry is when your point meets the requirement for the PNP, which is the Provincial Nominee Program, you have an open work permit, okay? And then, so find out what you need, okay? I am in the main principal applicant. I am the main principal applicant, or say which option is best suit you. I am an immediate family. I am immediate family member in Ukraine. I am an immediate family member of another applicant. I am the main. Okay, so you are the main applicant principal. Next. So it's easy. Ransford, it is easy. No, I am not. Are you a Ukrainian? No. Don't even think about lying. You are not a Ukrainian. Choose the option that best describes you. I applied or will apply for permanent residence very soon. I apply for refugee. I am under a removal under. I am a temporary resident. Let's see what this is. Choose. So it will keep asking you question. Keep answering them. Choose one of the options that best describe you. In Canada and apply for permanent resident in a program under express entry. Being sponsored under a spouse, no. A worker being hired in Atlantic immigration pilot or Atlantic, a nominee, which is this one here. There's a Quebec, outside Quebec, there's a program that the guy just told me is people just, so all these things are something you should go. So let's say you know what you're going to apply for. You have your admission from a school. You have your admission from a school, right? You want to apply. You go create an account. Okay. You create an account. You check which one go best for you. Okay. You have to get yourself, read through. Okay. Create an account. Sign into your start up an application, or you want to start an application. So this is where you go. Don't have an account, create one. Boom, bingo. You just have to create the account. So once you create the account, this is where you know for sure that you have all your papers, your biometrics, your passport, you have applied for school, you have admission, or you want to apply for a visitor's visa, a tourist visa. Just open, register. When you register, there are so many applications inside for you to apply. Which one? Once you register, that's when you will find out which applications are you going to complete. And then there are so many applications, there are numbers. Every application has a number. You attach your number, you open it up, and you start completing them. That's how it's done. Thank you. So guys, this is how it is done, and I think we've covered enough for today. Okay, we've covered enough for today. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope whoever did not, or see the site again. Okay, the site again. Hey, I'm off for where is this site? Hold on. The site for the job or the site, which one? Adwuma ne deɛ na anaa? Baabi adwuma no ɛwɔ na anaasɛ which one? Okay, so I'm going to post this one, where to apply for the jobs. I'm going to post it again. The Canada visa. First of all, if you're coming with a job, find out if you are offered a job. Once you have an offer, just make sure it is an LMIA. Okay, make sure it's an LMIA. I'm going to post also where I was just now. Okay, I'm going to post that one as well. I'm going to post Canada immigration where you can go. I just posted. You have more time in your hands more than me. This is Abrochi. Abrochi, no time. You have more time than me. So get yourself busy. Um, get yourself. Listen, I said if you want commercial, you have to come and say everything. I'm putting value on everything I do. Come and pay me, okay? I am worth a value. You want to commercial on my page, you have to do a little way jungle and bring it to me. I will advertise before I start a video. Don't come and steal my time. I will delete you. I will delete you. Don't come and steal my time. So what you say, I'm putting value on it. In this country, that's why they have money. Don't come and people want to see the sites I'm giving them, and you are coming to disturb people with your MTN. Go and campaign for the government to make an opportunity for you to open up your own business and do this as a very legit businessman who has a kiosk in a mall, in a plaza somewhere. Let the country actually start to plant jobs in a very in a very way that people can Ghana can be livable, so people can pay for service. There are people who can pay for service. We need service people, service things in Ghana, not free like that. Okay, that way you are paid for your job. Thank you very much, guys. I think we'll end it here. Bye bye. And what is the juice doing upstairs? It's not for me, it's for Auntie. Yeah, but what is it doing upstairs? You kept it up there. Okay, guys, me jam wati. Na let me let you go. So please share the video like I said.